question, comment? I'll make a comment. I talked with McKenzie, and we do need representation on that board. I think it ought to be her. Just that's my point of view, and we got 5 other folks that can give one. But
I'd like to see somebody from, so that when we got an issue like I had the other night and that I'm still dealing with, that we've got a direct link to look out for, our concerns and constituent issues that affect the commission as a whole. We've got to easy, go to the deal with that. I agree.
also, we hadn't talked about this, and I hadn't asked Mr. Herb, but I think Herb Reeves ought to be on that board as well. Providing he's willing and able. That's a need not only for us, but for Troy University as well, and what's coming up with the new dispatch center and those kinds of things. Anybody else? Chad?
Yeah, I was going to first say thank you for,
Yeah.
for what you've done. I really don't want to hear it. You'll stay here until at least we're all gone. But I understand why you made the decision, and we always want what's best for you and your family. We think you've left us in a better spot, and thanks for that. We do have a lot going on, and I know we've had these conversations a lot about all the things that are going on right now, us having some representation. I know there's been some conversation about how we do that by adding, or what do we do with the board, and I think probably doing this is the easiest way. And I know me and you talked last week, there's a couple of those spots that are designated for different people, right? So the police chiefs.
Sure.
Share.
And so I definitely think that McKenzie representing us it's the easiest thing to do because she's the administrator, but kind of is always. But are we talking about making this this is a question for everybody. Talking about making this a spot like that, where it's a commission. I know we designate them all, or is it just we're nominating somebody from the commission this time, and the next time that's open, or we're trying to tie this seat to somebody that represents the commission the same way that you've got somebody that represents the Burns Police Department, somebody that represents the Fire Department, City Patrol, and Police Department, City Patrol.
My thought is that it's a permanent position that we need continual representation on a board of that nature.
Well, we have to watch how we do these boards, because some of these boards is by law, and we need to know how we're going to do this board before we put anybody on there, because there's a voting board.
Right.
And everybody, if we're going to put McKenzie and Herb on there, Herb going to be okay with McKenzie being the administrator of the Pike County Commission. Will she have a vote on that board?
Yeah, that would be my suggestion that she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got to wait and let Ellen tell us that, because
Sure.
this is going to be a conflict of interest there. That's, by her being the administrator.
Well, I guess that's kind of,
I don't have no problem with it, but I'm just
I
want to say
think
we
that's part
want
of
to
the
do it.
question.
Yeah, we
not
want to do it right.
Not necessarily the conflict of interest, because this board can vote to make us have to spend money.
Yeah.
But how all this is set up, are we changing, or we say we want
You
to
just-
add a
Two.
seat that is designated for us, or are we saying that we're just gonna, with all that we're going on right now, we want
How would we
representation?
change one of the seats at large to a designated commission seat similar to what the police department and fire department have?
Well, what I have referred back to is our bylaw, and it only designates a few seats as the citizen at large, to my knowledge, is not designated in our bylaws. So,
Is that the commission?
to my understanding, the commission can appoint who they want for what reason. We could even go so far as to update our bylaws to reflect that as well. But that's what I wanted to kind of get some feedback on.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm asking.
I understand what you're asking, I was just saying, you know,
Well, then I guess that,
we have no like I said, I don't have no problem with it, but I wants to do it.
so here's, I guess our next move would be to tell McKenzie to get with our attorney and let him make the,
Well, the seats up, so you could appoint now regardless, and then we can make the changes that designate the seats later on, how we can go about that. But the seat is up today, just so we're clear.
Which seat is up today?
One of the citizen members, or citizen lawyers, I believe, is what we usually call it. We've got two of those, representative from Brandon PD, Fort Fire, Florida Police, and the Pike County Sheriff's Department.
Now, whose seat is up?
That would be Mr. Robert Hughes.
And that's my appointment. We're gonna keep him on there. But,
get with Alan and y'all research it and see what we need to do. So we'll be legal. And that's where we'll need to leave it.
Yeah.
Anything else for Chris?
I got something. I want to tell you, I appreciate the job you've done since, we've always had a good working relationship with 911, and you've been such a director since you've been here. I appreciate what you've done for the Pike County.
Thanks, Chris.
What was the statement, Mr. Harrison? Is there something in your bylaws or that states that appointment, citizen at large appointments?
the way we've been doing it, each commissioner appoints somebody. That's the way
There's
we,
only 2 seats that are at large, so
Yeah,
there's
that's
not
right.
6 at large seats.
Mhm.
The rest of them are dedicated to those law enforcement agencies.
Mhm.
You know, my concern is I would like one of us or McKenzie on that board doing the job interviews for who is going to replace him, because we're going to have to, one, work with whoever replaces him, and we're going to have to deal with the issues that arise from constituents for whoever replaces him. And I would like us to have some kind of say as a commission.
well, we just adding 2 more. That's what we're doing.
No, I think we're talking about taking one of those at large seats is what we're talking about. And replacing the open seat. There's
Replacing the one that's on there, right?
Yeah, we can't add seats is what he's asking.
You cannot add seats to that board.
And
That is-
We're just replacing the existing.
And we got, how many at large on there? 2? And who is the 2? I know one of them.
We've got Mr. Hughes, and then we've got, Mr. Arthur Lee Bowman, who is not a appointment yet. It should say on that letter, the way you stated.
I don't have the letter. I don't have it.
It's the next to the last page of your agenda.
Yeah, he's fixing to expire.
Mr. Chairman, the way I understand it, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, that the commission as a whole appoints that seat. It's not one commissioner, it's the whole commission.
Right.
So is it in the bylaws that whoever is the police chief in all these places are, or is it a limit that we nominate and?
The bylaws state out that it's the field police chief, Brandon police chief, and the representative of the sheriff's department, and the fire department.
Yeah.
So we appoint the volunteer fire department and 2 citizens at large.
You appoint all of them.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
So technically, it's just written, whoever it is, we're tied to appoint.
Anything else? Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Engineer?
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
We only have 2 things tonight that, other than, maybe, no, I'm sorry, yeah, we removed several of the items from current business that had been on there, so there's 2 under current, and only 1 new. But, we have our monthly project update under new business, no action required there. And then under current business, we have, we still have the County Road 1159.
You're still not ready, is it?
The vacation on there, just carry it forward, but no, it's not. But, we have, a personnel request on there. We have a retirement and a request to advertise in-house to replace that position and the ones that we, that's all we have.
Question?
I spoke to the people on 1159 last Thursday, they were supposed to be getting on that stuff signed with their attorney to get you. Have you seen anything from Jim? I know two of the three parties had signed, and they called the third one and asked when was he going by there. So that should be coming soon.
We'll be ready when that comes
Anybody else?
That, any project update said what, October, about 2 weeks, they're gonna start the mow. It's a little later than we normally do.
It is. The contractor told me that they were trying to finish up mowing in Mobile County. They were down there mowing when Hurricane Sally hit. So they were having to, take a little extra time to go around trees down and things like that. And, of course it interrupted them. So they were going to take a little longer to finish up down there. But he did say that they were going to add extra tractors to the crew that's coming here. So they're starting later and going to finish faster. And those were his words.
They were gonna hold them to that.
I told him we would.
Anything else?
Give us an update a little bit on the damage on the side.
Well, we only have 3 roads closed, and now we've got all the other ones open. The rest of the damage is, some dirt road. We got most of the major washouts and erosion on dirt roads repaired, and we're going through and, completing the repairs of those. And I think we're a little over a third of the way through all of our dirt roads at this point, so we're moving on quickly on that. And then we've got a few areas, a few spots on the paved road, some slope failures and some erosion there that we're also working on. And then we also have some stream bed scour on some of our bridges. So we're still evaluating some of that, and we've requested the EDIT team to come down and do that for us and make recommendations.
Any idea on when they're coming? I've had a lot of calls about the bridges. There's a lot of normal traffic, but that reroutes.
Yeah, and we did request their visit early on, but I would imagine they're quite busy right now. All the way from the Georgia line down to our Gulf Coast counties.
So what's the requirement on that? We go look for key factors, if we find them, then we bring them in.
Yeah.
So from 80, didn't you have 82 roads closed?
Well, we had 82 on the list that were, a lot of those just had trees down across them. So technically, yes, they were, but those were being addressed and opened in real time. And then we settled down to somewhere around between 20 and 25 at one time closed due to damage. And so we've gotten all those open and through.
I know y'all are working hard together to keep up with the numbers so we can try to get money back. But that, tell you guys from me that I feel confident from all of us that that's a pretty good clip to get all those roads open and clear. And I personally know how hard they work, but
It really is. I'm proud of them. They've been working long days, and I think they've had just a couple of days off, since the thing hit, so they're doing a great job.
We're very appreciative of our employees.
County Road 7708, is still closed?
No, sir, that one's open.
Hmm?
7708,
Yeah.
it's open. Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
I got something that I just need your expertise on. I'd like y'all's opinion, and that way Adam's sitting here too. I got a call this afternoon from a constituent in the county. Jimmy and I spoke about it briefly there on the properties in Jimmy's district. People don't actually live in Pike County. But there is a when you turn at the water authority, go by the paving contractor site where it tees into, is that Clay Hill Road or which?
Mhm.
Clay Hill it
Clay.
tees into. Is that,
Mountain.
in the first intersection,
It's for the mid-south, he's turning
it's
turning
past
right
east
there
of
mid-south.
Okay.
in that first, I'm not sure if that's an intersection or a left-hand turn, they're dumping household trash, tires, furniture, construction debris on the right of way. They've done it enough that they're starting, I guess they filled up where they were parking it or backing onto these people's property, or they pushed some of it onto the property to make more room. And they got a letter from ADM that they're expecting them to comment back very quickly about how they're gonna remedy the illegal dump on their site at their expense. And is that commonplace? I mean, number one, the question he asked is, what does the county do to, where you've got a dump, an active dump that people are obviously coming to more than once at a random stop, to mitigate people leaving the right of way? And his question was, if it's gonna cost me $4,000 to $6,000 to clean this dump up, what are y'all gonna do to stop him having to do this 4 months down the road if they're backing off of the right of way at the intersection and dumping different debris on the road, on the right, the property? And how have y'all dealt with that in the past?
Well, I mean, if it's not on the right of way, it's not technically a county issue. So, I mean, it's a law enforcement issue. So, there's at times we've had illegal dumps like that were partially on the right of way, and they were cleaned up. And we have, in the past, erected fences, high fences there, to try to keep people out when it was something that was associated with the right of way.
Would you mind riding by there tomorrow or this week and looking at what the issues? They're backing, they're pulling around the intersection, and he sent me, I forwarded you the photos, he sent me and stuff, they even sent them, and most of it, they're just kicked out the bed of the truck on the side of the road.
Russell, the site he's talking about is the corner of 5520 and 5521.
So the household.
The one meeting you went by?
They're throwing off the bushes off. the
That's
side
where
of
he's
the road.
talking about, where 5520 and 5521 intersects. They're dumping right there at that intersection.
The main comment he had to me was if it was not all on the right of way where we could clean it up, they spent whatever they had to spend to get straight with ADM, what were we gonna do, like something to stop people from just pulling out the intersection and making that a, quarterly expense that they've got to incur because they own that property. And he asked me, could we, was there signage or fencing, some things like that. So he was right out there and looked at that. Appreciate it.
The sheriff's department
Damn.
put some cameras on the site. That we want to do, so I'm gonna just let
Because they did, the people that complained just called straight now. They didn't call y'all or the sheriff's department or anything. They called
Anything else for the engineer? Thank you, boss. EMA?
I don't have anything that requires action tonight, but just two things we have met our threshold for public disaster assistance. Threshold for this one is only $126,000, and we exceeded that in the first few places we looked. So the engineer's office, as well as the other entities, the city of Troy and Frontage, are plugging all their information into this new system called Orion. It's a new system that EMA is using, state EMA is using to collect damage information. It should be a lot easier than trying to put it all together on paper, but we're working on that. FEMA Region 5 will be here on Thursday to take a look at some of the damage. I don't have any details on where they're meeting or when we're going to look at them. Just trying to keep you in the loop on that. The only other thing I've got, I don't know if we got a copy, but this copy is, about $1 million. Okay. There's some dollars available, they're competitive dollars, but the main thing, two main things, the one primary for hazardous mitigation is we want to look at some additional shelters. It's a 75-25 match. We would have to submit our proposal by November 4th. state, and they in turn will submit to FEMA, but, it would be for mitigating, loss of life or damage. There's also some dollars available this year for, trying to, mitigate issues that continue to occur when we do have storms. And I don't know if Dr. Wilson sees we have some of those areas that we need to take a look at where we have continual washing, flood damage. I just want to present that, because this is something we would like to certainly take a look at, and not include, to look at and see what, if we can be in a position to do it.
Yeah, anything we can get to help us fix something, we'd be glad to have it.
We'll look at that, we'll also look at shelters. I don't think we're gonna go down the same road we did with the municipal shelter. I think we'll look at something that's basic, to get people out of harm's way for a short period of time, and, something that's a little less costly for us. So we're gonna go ahead and pursue these two things, but before we got to the point of running the grant, close them back for your blessing before we.
Great.
You know, we talked specifically about one shelter.
And so I think we can probably put two or three of this proposal, and spread it out of the county. And I am not looking to hire a consultant on this. The team and I are looking at it. I don't think it's worth hiring a consultant. Based on all the stuff. That's all I have.
Anything else for EMA? Thank you, Herb. Alan, glad to see you back. Alan's been sick, and we have missed him. Glad to see you.
Glad to be here. I don't have any report other than I was going to say, I truly did, I have to confess, miss all of you. A month for 27 days actually for me. And I know Homer and maybe some others that have contracted it, but
Not no
whatever
fun.
you can do, I'm going to join her bandwagon to do whatever you can do to not get that day on thing, because you don't know which way it's going to go. I think I texted y'all this, I did, when I told you I'd be back. It's scary and it's dangerous.
Yeah,
So,
very much.
but y'all all checked in on with me and checked on me, I appreciate it. Thank you.
We're glad to see you. Any commissioner have anything to report at this time? Administrative report.
I'm going to start. We have two young men here in the meeting with us tonight. These are both our university students who've come to work with us for the university program. We have Hunter and we have Arthur. If they want to stand up and introduce themselves, they're both here at Full University here in town. They didn't know I was going to say that. They have been helping us, what, about a week now? And I'm so very thankful for the help. We've got lots accomplished, and they just don't know how much more we're going to end up getting accomplished happening here. We're
Good.
very grateful.
Very good.
Put my medal, I'll start to my face. My name is Arthur Penn. I attend Shore University. I'm a social science facility law major. And yeah, I've been enjoying it here so far, Ms. McKenzie. And nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you.
I'm Hunter Mulkey. This is my first year here. I'm a transfer from Montgomery. I'm in the RMI program at Troy, and I also am enjoying the experience being able to work here as well.
I got a chance to sit down with these two young men the other day, and I'm glad we have them. They're both local type people that enjoy getting their hands dirty and working, and we're thankful to have you.
Thank you, sir.
They're not shy at all. They talk to you. So that's they're doing great. But we're glad to have them. On our agenda tonight, the first item up under my report is the annual juvenile detention contracts. This is something that you have to sign annually. I will be asking to suspend the rules to vote on that. This does go into effect October 1. We just did not get them in time for me to get them out there to you before. But this is something that we normally do as part of our budget every year.
No changes.
Well, I think they changed from using one detention center to another, but price-wise, it's the same. They have a choice to choose between going to.
Lee County is one of
They
them.
do Lee County or.
Lee County, one of them?
They're not using Lee County, they're always there.
Oh, that's the diversion center.
So,
Template wise, pretty much.
It's the exact same thing, they choose and write down, you write down which office, we have a choice of 3 or 4 detention centers, it's the same price, you just write down which one you want to use.
Okay.
So it's the same contract for that. The second item is the census goal, as you all know, we worked on that, we had the help of, Ms. Abby Peters from the extension office. We didn't win, but we did make it to the Elite Eight, and that means we secured $20,000 that'll be split between the 2 public school systems here in Pike County.
Very good.
So we'll get that in, we'll use the numbers that the taxes and all use for the split, and we'll send them both a check. So I was real proud of it. We only lost, I believe, by 200%, that we didn't make it on to the next round. So we did good, but we still, Pike County still got some work to do on our census. We still need to get those numbers up. I believe we're still somewhere around the 50 percentage. I've not looked this week. The last week.
Just 2 days.
Yeah. So, I hope that we can get some more people to register, but, they did well, we did really good, we did something that didn't cost us a lot of work, and thank goodness we had help with Abby helping us, she did a lot, she really got out there, her, Miss Dana Sanders from the Chamber of Commerce, they both really got out there and did a lot of work for us on that. They went out to a lot of the different, they went out to some of the local towns and stuff, and tried to hand out some stuff in some car rider lines, and I went to some businesses and tried to meet with some people coming in out the door. So
Good.
very appreciative of y'all seeing them, and thank you for their help in that. The next item is the Pike County Communications District, which is the letter that Chris Dozier provided y'all, so y'all have already gone over that, unless y'all have some more questions for him on that.
On that letter that I see, Robert Hughes' name is not on it. And they replaced Robert Hughes with you. Now, my thinking in this whole thing is you as administrator of Pike County, you have the right to go to every meeting that is concerning this county. You have the right to be there. And what we were saying a while ago, that have someone on there that come back to us and tell. But if you go to these meetings, you can come back and tell us, I don't think we should change. Just because I know some things that went on about Robert Hughes and Chris, I know about it. Because Robert spoke out on some things that Chris didn't like. And he took his name off. That's the reason. And I know all these things. It's just like the meeting they had the other night at City Hall in Brunswick. Now, Commissioner, McKenzie can go to any meeting that it is concerning county commission meeting. She can go to those meetings without being on the board. She has the right to be there. And I don't feel that we should put Robert Hughes back on this list.
I don't have a problem with McKenzie being on it. And if there is, Mr. Allen says there's some kind of a problem with the administrator being on that board, then I'd like to ask for one of y'all to nominate me to be on the board. I mean, one of us needs to be a part, or our administrator, of hiring a new director. Period. I mean, you.
Give me one reason. Give me a good reason. Why?
Because in the middle of the night, when there is a problem with one of our constituents, they're not calling any of those people on that board. They're calling us first, just like the problem I've been dealing with for 6 or 8 weeks.
But that's
If
when
we're going to be responsible for issues that come up, I would like a commissioner or the administrator to be on that board, so that when they discuss something in their meeting, they can come back and fill us in, and we can, as a group, number one, if it's something that's gonna be problematic for any of us, we can vote however y'all wanna handle it, and say, we'd like this to be handled this way. Or if it is something that they talk about that is an expenditure of money that would affect us, we have a voting say on how that's gonna affect us, and not just, we find out that it's happened after the fact. I mean, and Mr. Allen, you weren't in here when that first part of the work session. The question was, is there some conflict of interest with the county administrator being on that E911 board?
We'll just research it, we'll look at it. see is that most of all of that's in the Alabama code about, formation of that board and who the members are and how they get appointed. And there may be some in the state 911 regs, I don't know, but I can't answer that tonight, but
What is
we'll
the
get
timeline?
together and get an answer.
What is the timeline when y'all start trying to interview people, Chris? Do you know?
We have a meeting in roughly about 2 weeks that, they said they were going to make the decision of how they would proceed. So in that meeting, they'll have all the applications in front of them, they can make a decision in that meeting, or they could schedule something out.
So my understanding of what you left it just a minute ago was that we were gonna give Alan time to do his research, so we knew how to move forward.
I just want to answer Mr. Johnson's
We'll move pretty quick.
question that he said that put him on that board and everything, you know, that we need to know some things about it. That's what we as elected, that's what we sit up here as elected for. And that is the reason that McKenzie is the administrator of this county. They have the right to come ask you anything about these boards, the public does.
And we
Because,
didn't have a vote to say.
but no, you don't need a vote to say, you have a vote at this table. You have a vote at this county commission table.
You need a vote on the board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, see, y'all trying to ram some shit through again. See,
No?
that's what no, come on now, I know what you're
You
doing.
got to have a vote on.
Jim, I know what you're doing, don't come here with that bull, don't come here with that bull crap.
All of
You
these
trying to
things-
run some, you trying to ram some stuff through and do it, now.
All of these terms are 4-year
Don't,
terms.
you trying to ram this stuff through.
Commissioner
No.
asked him questions, that's why we got.
I don't give a flip what y'all say, you're trying to ram it
We
through.
just asking him to research it.
We know that, but, you know, you're trying to ram it through.
These appointments,
You already got it listed, you already got who take off the
he
board.
made a recommendation.
Well, he shouldn't make no recommendation. You don't have the right to make a recommendation to the county commission.
If that's,
We are the one that, if he resign, we are the one to determine who be there, not him. You don't have a right to make a recommendation.
commission makes
That's right.
those appointments.
That's right.
There's an open appointment,
That's right.
and they're hiring a new director, and all the appointments need to be filled to properly make sure we hire.
You don't have to have all of them that vote on the thing. All of us sometimes don't be here to vote on everything as the county commission. We have only 2 rules that we must be here. Now, I know when you're trying to ram something down somebody's darn throat, and I know when you ain't trying to ram something down their throat. This bullshit.
I'm gonna disagree
And
with you.
this stuff's gonna have to stop.
They came in.
Don't point your finger at
They
me.
came in here the
Don't
other
point
night.
your finger at me.
I had a whole group of people.
Don't point your finger at me. But those people have a right, those people have a right to come in and ask you these questions.
And I do,
And that don't make us.
Commissioner, as a commissioner.
Well, I not state my point.
We do not have a voting say on that board to help them with their issue, period, today.
I don't think you need one on there. I don't think we need one on there.
Well,
I think it should stay as is.
Mr. Chairman.
Alan, how quickly can you research what we
I
got?
mean, not before we have another meeting.
Mr. Copeland.
You know?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I would just put it at the top of
Yeah.
the stack and put, go forward as rapidly as I can. And try to see what, most of the guidance, I'm guessing, is gonna be, I hope, then it would be fairly soon. It's spelled out in the Alabama code, but I can't guarantee you that, because if you go to try to read the Alabama code, you find out that it leaves a lot of gaps. But I know what the issue, I think I didn't find out until tonight, this is about you, is that what?
Well, the point because I'm presiding, and they're gonna hire the director.
Okay, that's the first I've heard of that, so obviously, because I've been out of commission, but I'll give a quick answer there.
But Alan, I think they should go ahead and do is keep the one they got on there and hire who they're gonna hire. And after that, then you come back and restructure the board, if you wanna do it. That's the way I think.
I'm saying, I got it.
Let's move on. If we needed to visit this more in the regular meeting, we will.
Yeah, let's do it because, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate that every time, this is the first I saw this. This is the first time I saw this.
Me too.
tonight. And so it's kind of unfortunate every time that something happens that a specific commissioner doesn't like, we are mistreating him when we're having a conversation, an open discussion in front of the public on how we want to move forward. I'm not in favor of voting about this tonight.
None of us are. None of us are.
But the point that we can't have a discussion, and when we do, and the discussion doesn't go the way that a specific commissioner wants, somebody ran it down their throat. I mean, we expect every appointed and hired department head to make recommendations to us. We don't have to follow them. We can take Chris's list and we can go a whole different direction, and that's our right. That's what we were elected for. That we disagree, and because we had a discussion, it turns into this. I mean, you know, yes, we do need to discuss more because it's unprofessional, the way that some of these discussions have been had. And I'll
Commissioner Chair, let me tell you something.
This is the point.
Commissioner Chair, let me say this. This has been done for the last 4 years. This has been done since you and Commissioner Johnson been on this commission. There have been things that railroaded down this commission throat, and they didn't know anything about it until time to come to vote.
Well, I guess
Well, okay, yeah, you're the
I guess I'm
man.
getting railroaded tonight too.
Well, I'm just letting you
know.
know. I'm just
This is extremely unprofessional.
No. I'm just saying. You saying that you said that that one commission don't have to go this way, but everything don't go my way. Everything don't go my way.
Behind they represent your constituency, and now you.
Everything at this commission don't go my way. It hadn't went my. I brought some things to this table this year, and not one of them got through. Not one of them got through.
What?
That's all. I know what they are, but all the one that you and Commissioner Johnson brought to this table, it went through.
Name one.
Huh?
Please, name one.
You did the tax with behind my back. You went to Montgomery did the tax behind my
You just made a
back.
statement, Commissioner Harris.
You went
I
to
want you
did
Back
that?
it up. You just made a statement that you have brought things before this commission this year that did not pass.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell us one.
I don't have to tell you
Because
anything.
you haven't made a proposal to this commission that I can remember in 4 years.
I made plenty of proposals to this table and didn't pass.
Let's move on.
We got to move on. We got to hurry up.
So that's what's wrong with this dang commissioner now. It's 4 against 2. And we don't agree with each other.
Let's move on, please.
I'm talking now, Mr. Chairman.
I understand that, but we're gonna move on.
No, you can't. As long as I got the flow, you can't take me.
Ain't no more flow.
You can't take me. I got the flow. You can't take me from the flow.
Yes, I can.
No, you're not.
Yeah, the
All your
chairman-
job is just to.
The chairman is responsible
You
for running the
don't.
meeting.
You don't tell me when to stop, and you don't tell me when to
Yes, I
begin.
do.
No, you don't. No, you read your
We can
chairman
move
book.
on. I did.
Read your chairman.
I just read it.
Yeah. Read your chairman book because
did.
you don't even know how to act as a chairman.
All right.
You know.
We ain't gonna visit with this anymore. Let's move on.
Matter of fact, as long as I got the flow, I can talk about it. As long as I got the flow, I can talk about it. So we can go, so go ahead.
Let's go.
Okay, the next item I have, it's not listed on your agenda, the sheriff sent over a letter today, and y'all have a copy of it in front of you. He is requesting to surplus some, additional vehicles. He surplus some earlier in the year, and we normally would have sold them at, Howard's auction that's held here in, Pike County. Since we did not get to have that because coronavirus, came, he is asking to add these additional vehicles on there and for us to go another route, possibly something like, an online auction. We've done that in the past, it's been a while, but there's some avenues there, that are for government entities through an online auction. And so he's asking to add these additional vehicles on there, and he has asked if you could to go ahead and add that to the other list, so that we can go ahead and put them on all there at one time.
Okay, go ahead.
Now we're gonna move on to current business, and the first item I'm going to have is under item number 6, the COVID-19. During the budget preparation, I talked to y'all about something we were researching. It's document services that goes along with our current financial software. And this is something that we have talked back and forth with the state about getting reimbursement for. It goes along with it, and it would allow us to be able, if we had to go back home and work, there would be some remote work availability. The biggest issue we have, and some of us working from home, is we didn't have access to some of our documents to be able to get the job done as efficiently as we needed to. This would come in handy if somebody, one of us in the office, ended up having to be out for just quarantine. When we weren't even sick, but we continue to work from home, we don't have access to things at this time. This software would allow us to have that access. It also will enable us to do some things such as purchase orders between us, all the other offices, or most of them have to do purchase orders through our office, have to be signed off on our office. So it's a matter of sending documents over to us, giving approval, getting it signed, sending the documents back to them. Sometimes, a lot of times that's done through hand delivery and all that. This would enable us to be able to put them on the system for certain aspects of it to be able to take care of those that kind of issues. So it stops some face-to-face if we didn't need to have some face-to-face with some of the people. There's also in there something that would be included for our employees to be able to take a look at some of their information as far as payroll or checks if they lose something, need access to see their, we have lots of requests for printouts of pay stubs for so long. This would give them some ability to be able to sign on themselves and get some information like that they need through the service. So there is, we put in front of you, it's called Smart Fusion Document Management. We've got a quote. The only part of this that would not be able to be reimbursed would be an annual fee for service and maintenance, which is something we already pay. Not this, we pay another service for an annual maintenance agreement with our software. It's the usual thing that you have along with that. So we would like to go ahead, because we have to have this installed and up and running by December the 31st. We wanted to go ahead and get this approved so that we could do this along with our the CARES Act funds. It's something that I'm really excited about it, and we've got a lot of help with our new guys to be able to really go ahead and start utilizing it, getting a lot of information input into the system pretty quickly.
Mackenzie, is this in the budget?
Yes, sir. It is part of the budget. It's up under the COVID expenditures.
Okay.
So it is already in the budget. Now, and like I said, we would get reimbursed. The total cost is,
$24,375.
yeah, well, the total cost is 30.
Okay, $38,990.
Some of that, the additional cost, they come in and do the training of all of our employees, and it would train those, like, Mr. Curtis Blair, Commissioner Curtis Blair, chief deputy that sends us information for the purchase orders on it. It would also train like her in that office, besides the people in our office that will be using it. And it's also a cost of getting it set up. But the annual cost is $54.93, $5,493, and that's comparable. We pay a little about $20,000, a little under $20,000 now for our software annual maintenance, which is something we just have to keep to be able to service and keep all of our documents in check and in servers and get in clouds and everything else. So they would not reimburse us for that $5,493, but the rest of it, that's correct, right? We got some emails back and forth to ensure that this could be done before we just went off and did it because of the large.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see, next item, the credit card acceptance. Alan and I have been readily talking back and forth, talking to our auditor, the head auditor here. We're about there, but not quite there. We've got to finish up some final things to get that, and hope to have that for the next commission, on the next commission meeting. They're just, it's really particular how they're wanting this resolution to come out, and so we need to make sure it's right this time.
I talked to our examiner today, but just to recap, everything, and we've got it nailed down as to exactly the particular language. It's just real, it's too long a story to bore y'all with as to why this particular resolution one for the probate court, one for the revenue commissioner, has to say what it says, and it's got a little distinction between them, but, she is very, very helpful. I just say this, y'all probably never remember Tammy from days ago. And she actually said, just table it tonight. We'll talk one more time, and then we should have it ready for presentation.
Okay.
So we're doing that. The next item, the RCND grant, we are still waiting to hear back on that. We have submitted everything for that grant. The fiscal year 2021 budget, I have included in there all of the changes that we talked about at the last meeting. Those can be made, no issues. So if you are ready to move forward with the budget, we can adopt it. If not, we're going to have a meeting in the fourth session with 30th, et cetera.
I don't know of a reason that we're not ready, so.
Okay. If y'all have any questions on that, also included in there is your holiday schedule. The one in your package is wrong, but we put you another copy on there. Jordan and I both checked it, and both of us obviously looked at the wrong year because we actually was falling on Saturday, and that is not the case. So we've given y'all an updated list of the holiday schedule. This is the bigger package. But it's the same holidays that we've been getting for years. So it's just the normal schedule that we've been getting on that. If you don't have any questions on that, I don't, the ABC license transfer for the barbecue house, technically we have held that for 30 days, but we do not have the information in for it to be run in the paper like it has to be run. So you still can't take any action on that tonight. Once we have that documentation,
Okay.
you'll be able to take action. The contract for services for the Pike County Economic Development Commission, that is in there. This is your annual contract, hasn't changed. I forgot to mention that y'all met today about the appropriations, you and the two mayors of the cities in the county. And you have a copy of their recommendation as to what the appropriations will be in this coming year.
I'll note that it's only one change. Before the animal shelter got built, there was monies going to the animal coalition. And then when the animal shelter got built, it went back to the Humane Society with we thought the understanding was that the Humane Society would have some funding given to the animal shelter, and that hadn't been happening. So we have split what was $5,500 to the Humane Society, and now it gets $2,750, and the animal shelter gets $2,750.
But that contract.
And that's the only change.
It is for the same amount we've been doing, so that contract will stay the same. If, once we approve the budget, we'll need to approve that contract for
Right.
services. Also, number 15, the school resource officer agreement, the last item, 15, in front of the current business. This is the same thing as it was last year with Pike County Schools for us to provide them with 2 school resource officers. They told us that they've got it included in their budget, so we've got it included in our budget already. The sheriff wants to continue the program. I've talked to him and Dr. Bell. We both want to continue with it, so we just need action to enter into that contract again.
I got one question.
Go ahead.
On appropriation, I see we left out there, RSVP, is we got them in our general treasury?
We do,
budget?
yeah,
Okay.
we had them in there, Commissioner.
And we haven't been doing that through that program in a couple of years. We've been doing it straight through the
General fund.
Last year before last year.
Yeah. Yep.
One more item that's not on there, but I just want to mention it to y'all, our workers' comp, safety, program that we do. We, got our refund back. We're getting refunded almost $9,000 this year for that program, so Jordan has been keeping it up and doing a good job.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. It's already 6:06. We will now adjourn with the work session, take a 5-minute break, and come back for the regular meeting. Yes.
We got
on this. This is the first.
Smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Come join the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Oh, 401k, we match it up to 4%. We have a dental plan. We rolling at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. When these wheels roll, you make money. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Roll now and rock later. 4% of your retirement. We match the gross pay by 4% at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Roll now and rock later. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Sandy, you tell them.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video, and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Come join the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Oh, 401k, we match it up to 4%. We have a dental plan. We rolling at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. When these wheels roll, you make money. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Roll now and rock later. 4% of your retirement. We match the gross pay by 4% at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Roll now and rock later. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Sandy, you tell them.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video, and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Come join the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Oh, 401k, we match it up to 4%. We have a dental plan. We rolling at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. When these wheels roll, you make money. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Roll now and rock later. 4% of your retirement. We match the gross pay by 4% at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Roll now and rock later. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Sandy, you tell them.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video, and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you were out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Come join the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Oh, 401k, we match it up to 4%. We have a dental plan. We rolling at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. When these wheels roll, you make money. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Roll now and rock later. 4% of your retirement. We match the gross pay by 4% at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Roll now and rock later. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Sandy, you tell them.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video, and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Come join the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Oh, 401k, we match it up to 4%. We have a dental plan. We rolling at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. When these wheels roll, you make money. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Roll now and rock later. 4% of your retirement. We match the gross pay by 4% at Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let the record show that all commissioners are present. Need approving of the minutes from the last meeting. Motion by Commissioner Barron.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Copeland. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Approving of the claims.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Harris. Second by Commissioner Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Engineers report.
Mr. Chairman, the only item that we had tonight requiring action is the personnel request.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
make a motion that we approve that request.
Motion by Commissioner Copeland. Second by Commissioner Barron. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else? Thank you. EMA, anything to add, Herb? Having anything to add? Does any commissioner have any more reports or anything they need to say at this time? Administrator's report.
Okay, the first item I have is the annual juvenile detention contracts. I would ask that you, consider suspending the rules to, take action on that tonight.
We also need to suspend for the vehicles too, don't we?
Surplus.
We can do that with one motion.
Suspend license.
So if I could have a motion to suspend the rules for both of these items.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Barron,
Second.
second by Commissioner Wright. Requires a roll call vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion carries.
Okay. And we need action on the annual juvenile detention contracts first.
So,
Motion by Commissioner Johnson, Second by Commissioner Harris. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next item that I am requesting is the surplus vehicles for the sheriff's department.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Harris.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Copeland. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, under current business, I would ask for a motion on accepting the agreement for the document services for the corona-related expense CARES Act.
And that's already in the budget.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Copeland. Second by Commissioner Barron. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next item will be the budget. And this budget would include the changes as presented in your package tonight and the holiday schedule is how we usually approve this budget.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I make a motion we approve the budget.
Motion by Commissioner Barron.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wright. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next item is the contract for services for the Pike County Economic Development Commission.
It's ready.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Copeland.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Johnson. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
The next item will be the school resource officer agreement with the Pike County Board of Education.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Johnson.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Copeland. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
And the next item is there is a holiday on Columbus Day, October 12th, is your next schedule.
Jordan's gonna be out of town that week. Correct. Yeah, then Mackenzie's gotta be out Tuesday with a child at school. We can either cancel the meeting or we can hold it on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Wednesday, good with everybody? The October will be the 14th. Wednesday at 5, October 14th. If you're good with that or not good with it, speaks.
At 5?
It'd be at 5:15, yeah. Or either we can cancel the meeting. What do y'all want to do?
I cancel the meeting. I make a motion to cancel the meeting.
Cancel. We're good until the next meeting. The meeting after that will be when TCU comes. And is that right, Mackenzie? So if everybody's good, we'll need a motion to cancel the October 12th meeting.
I make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Wright.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Harris. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Closing comments, Commissioner Wright?
Yeah.
Commissioner Barron?
I have something about, what we decided to do on the E911 appointment.
We're waiting on,
Well, I talked with Alan during the break, he said he could have us an answer in, a couple of days, Alan?
I'm gonna do my best.
well, but we're not ready to
We're
move
not
on
ready.
to that.
We're not ready.
Now, there's more information that we don't
That's what I'm
have.
saying, he's gonna get us some information
Yeah.
on it.
We'll do it at the next meeting.
I'm just saying, when I get into it, you know, I run on for a little bit, so I mean, what kind of a time situation on that? This issue about the,
As far as my position goes, they're supposed to be roughly 2 weeks. And they will either, they have the application and they will make a determination of that meeting on how to proceed from there, whether that's getting another meeting out, make a decision, or go through them right then and make a choice. That's up to the board.
That's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks for that meeting.
We'll hold on.
My closing comments.
There's a,
Go ahead.
that board had the authority to call their own meetings and recommend the things that they want to be done as change. That board has that authority. We don't have that authority. That board has the authority to call their meetings,
Which they do, yeah.
and all that. They have the right to interview their people, who they gonna hire. They have that right. We don't have that right. The same way we did with Chris. We didn't interview Chris. The board did. And the board came back and recommended Chris to us.
Emily, just to step in there, they're kind of just like y'all are.
Board.
Yeah, that's right.
They will review and do it, and they won't make the hire.
Right.
on the board of commissioners.
That's what I'm saying. Mhm.
Yeah, I think we all understand
Yeah, the
that.
board does the hiring, we don't have no problem with that.
My comment was, I would like to see going forward a representative from the commission on the board so that we're not stuck dealing with somebody that is not treating our constituents the way we want, making the kind of decisions that are fair to them, making financial decisions that we're responsible for, that we can't have a vote to say somehow as a group in. I understand that that board is completely autonomous. But in the middle of the night, when the folks in District 6 are ill about something with E911, they're calling me.
Yeah.
They're not calling one of these bureaucratic appointed board members. And, there's some things that over this past 2 months process up there in the north part of the county that I've talked to a lot of the people on the board. I've talked to some of y'all, most of y'all about that I would like to see some things done drastically different. As far as how those issues are handled, that it is a little bit more upfront, that you don't just get a letter in the mail and say, hey, we're changing your address, and you don't even know there's an issue, that you get a letter that says there's an issue on your road and we're gonna have a meeting and explain to you what it is and why it needs fixing. And I mean, that, we cannot, but without there's somebody affiliated with the convention on that board, nobody's concerned about those problems because they don't have to deal with them. And, that's my only reasoning for wanting to give the administrator or a commissioner on that.
Right. On my closing comment.
Go ahead.
On my closing comments, Mackenzie, I want to thank you as administrator and all your staff, Jordan, Hillary, and all your staff for the hard work you put into the budget, and I appreciate it. In the morning, I'm gonna cook y'all breakfast in the morning, for all the staff, all the commission office, and, welcome any commissioners that wanna come.
You already eat, so he might have to.
So any of y'all wanna come and eat tomorrow morning, I'm cooking breakfast for the commission.
We do thank you for your hard work and dedication. Anything else need to come before the commission at this time? Any other comments?
I've got just a few, again, Chris, thank you for your service. Hope everything works out where you go. Yeah, and to the staff, again, the road department with the storm, it seems like we get hit. As soon as we recover from one, we get another one. And we also work to keep roads open, and just Herb helping us, keep all the process going, spend a little time in the EMA center during Sally.
Roll now and rock later. Wiley Sanders Strut Lines, Troy, Alabama. Sandy, you tell them.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video, and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor